people what God's done for you, man. Come on.
Every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. Every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. Oh. Every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. Oh. Looking at where He took me from, looking at all these things I've been through. Ooh, I got a testimony. God's been true to me. He made a way when there was no way out. God was there. Money, clothes, shoes, and even food. God was there. I got a testimony. Y'all don't understand. God's been good to me. Oh, every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, I wanna laugh. Every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, when I put my mind to it, I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. Every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, I wanna laugh, I wanna cry.
When your life seems like nothing is working, no matter what you do, it seems like the door is closed. Man, the goodness of Jesus always gets you out of it. Just think about the goodness of Jesus. I repeat,
He made a way when there was no way out. God was there. Money, clothes, shoes, and even food. God was there. I got a testimony. Y'all don't understand. God's been good to me. Oh, every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, you are fair. I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. You are every time I think about the goodness of Jesus,
there is no God like you.
I wanna cry. Good every time I think about the goodness
Every
of
time
Jesus,
I think,
I wanna cry.
Lord,
Every time I think about the goodness of Jesus,
Lord, suffering, God.
I wanna cry.
Oh,
Every time I think about the
you
goodness of
so
Jesus,
sweet.
I wanna love.
You are
I
too
wanna cry. Every
amazing.
time I think about the goodness
There
of
is no
Jesus,
God like
I
you,
wanna
Baba.
love. I wanna cry.
Lord, you make me sad. Good God, good God Almighty.
Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. We have to tell it and we getting it on. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stuff on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah. Cause every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Forever, my lady, like Jodeci. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it popping like it's ecstasy. But your body, she stay close to me. We gon' get it popping.
When you are coming to Liberia, the first thing you think about is getting your way in and around the city. Now, you don't need to worry about that because LIB Executive Shuttle has that covered for you. We have our luxury private and share ride options, scheduled airport services, business or corporate travel, daily rental in and around Monrovia. Or if you want to take a trip to Kakata, Ganta, Buchanan, Banga, LIB Executive Shuttle got you. Our excursion packages include trips to Patawi Waterfalls, Sunset Beach, or Wuka Farms. We are located after Carver Mission Junction, RRA Road, Pinsville, Monrovia, Liberia. For inquiries, call cell numbers 0770 072 614 or 0770 072 613. Better still, call our USA number on 001 301 750 1336. LIB Executive Shuttle. Let us do the driving for you. The fight against COVID-19 has become imperative to the survival of the world. to the extent we must all get involved. The question is, how do I get involved? Get tested. Get tested if you feel COVID 19 symptoms. Example, sore throat, cough, headache, etc. Get tested if you know you met someone who is now COVID 19 positive. Get tested before going to places where you may meet a lot of people. Example, schools, work, etc. Get tested before traveling, both domestic and international travels. Get tested when asked by a healthcare or public official to do so. Get tested today. Know your status and seek treatment if need be to stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. In order to keep ourselves and others safe from the coronavirus disease, we must all get vaccinated. Here are a few facts about the coronavirus vaccine. The vaccine does not have anything in it that can make you magnetic. All COVID-19 vaccines are free of metals. The COVID-19 vaccines available in the US do not contain live virus. They do not share any of their parts inside or outside of your body. The vaccine is safe for current and future pregnancies. There is no proof showing unsafe results on taking the vaccine for current or future pregnancies, which means pregnant women can also take the vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine does not change your DNA. In fact, it has absolutely no interaction with your DNA. The vaccine does not cause you to test positive for the virus. It is untrue, as none of the vaccine will cause you to test positive in a viral test. Therefore, the vaccine is safe to use. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. We have all heard, and in some cases, seen the danger posed by the coronavirus disease to our existence. We have sought ways in which this virus can be prevented, ranging from hand washing, social distancing, masking, and maintaining good hygiene. However, we now have an even better solution that has a history of effectiveness, which is vaccination. I know there are lots of misconceptions that surround vaccination, and as a result, people are reluctant in getting vaccinated. But here is a small historical fact for you. Smallpox and polio have a 100% decline in death since vaccines for these diseases were introduced. Not only that, measles and mumps have a 99% decline in deaths since vaccines for these diseases were introduced as well. We cannot allow vaccine-preventable diseases cut our lives short. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota.
Play the ad back to back.
Dimple Abraham Myers Insurance Agency Incorporated, a subsidiary of State Farm, is that company that is equipped with trained staff to handle all your lines of insurance. Our insurance services include auto insurance, home insurance, and renters insurance. We also service business insurance, life insurance, and health insurance. Our insurance services cover Delaware, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. Dimple Abraham Myers Insurance Agency Incorporated is located in 18A Penmat Shopping Center, Newcastle, DE 19720. Our offices are open from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, call cell numbers 302-613-0038 or visit our website on www.dimplemakesitsimple.com. Dimple Abraham Myers Insurance Agency Incorporated. We've got all your insurance services covered. Hey there, Here is a thing or two you need to know about COVID 19 and pregnancy. Pregnant and recently pregnant women are more at risk of severe illness from COVID 19, most likely hospitalization, need for ventilators, etc. Pregnant women who get COVID 19 are at a higher risk of preterm births and other complications. Most common symptom experienced by pregnant women after vaccination is pain at injection site. Research shows that vaccinations have no adverse effects in trying to get pregnant. Research showed that vaccine does not affect fertility of men. Vaccinated mothers pass on some immunity to their child through the placenta and through breast milk. It is safe to get the vaccine at any point before, during, and after pregnancy. It is safe to get the vaccine while breastfeeding. Get away from the misconceptions. Get vaccinated today to stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
And welcome to the program. I hope you all had a good weekend. I think I did. Good morning, Vagan.
Yeah, good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. It's good to be here. The 28th, the third month. Yeah, gradually we have climaxed this particular month.
Oh, yeah. The first quarter is done. We're going to enter the second quarter. What's going on in town, Vagan? What's going on?
Well, nothing much. It's all about this Princess Copper death taking on all the various radio stations and
as it should.
Yeah.
You know that a 25-year-old supposedly healthy young woman would just drop and die in the middle, in broad daylight, in a basically crowded place. Should be something that should alarm every one of us, even in America. Everybody's talking about it. You know, I went on Saturday, we attended Julius Barron's funeral in Philadelphia, and that's what everybody's talking about. People are scared. And what's very alarming is the response from the LMP.
Yeah.
People don't trust the system. People don't trust the government. They don't trust the government. And there are reasons to not trust the government. Because when the system tells you something, they must be able to give you good reasons why.
Yeah.
So Moses Carter issued a statement to say that there is no foul play. Why? Did he go further? Did he explain what kind of tests? What kind of tests they did to determine that this young lady was not murdered, was not poisoned?
Nope.
He did not say anything to the public.
Absolutely
not. That is why nobody should trust them. When you say that she died of natural causes, or that there was no foul play in her death, then you have to explain to the public what kind of examinations or what kinds of tests you conducted to arrive at that conclusion. He didn't say that. But why? Listen, why were they so hasty to say something? What was the rush?
I don't know. Were they thinking about the public outcry?
But then you didn't say it's for the public. You didn't. So what I'd rather do, we'll tell the public, look, please be patient. We're trying to make sure we have the experts take a look. This bird remains need to be examined. A battery of tests have to be done. Toxicology tests, all kinds of tests on liver, organs, all that kind of thing, to know whether she was poisoned. Because now, she didn't have any physical stab wounds, right?
No.
She didn't have any physical stab wounds. But she was bleeding from the nose, right? And even when her body was removed or found, there was blood all over the place.
Blood all over.
Her blood. So what kind of examination did they do to rush to the conclusion? Did this bugger just look at that girl body for long and say, they get let she die by herself? I mean, this is incompetence. Now, when you say this to a public, a suspecting, distrustful public, and the public has every right to be suspecting and distrustful, because we have a pattern where people have been dropping and dying or getting found and getting bushed and all that kind of stuff. The public doesn't naturally trust you. And then what do? You send a Moses Carter. This is not a sort of matter where you send a Moses Carter to speak. This is the kind of matter where you send a medical examiner to speak, where you send the expert to speak, and they make their report to the public. It may be hard for the public to believe it, but still, make the effort, do the right thing. But you send a Moses Carter and no foul play, no way. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, Costa, the setting of the incident can raise an eyebrow by itself. ELWA junction.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight, ELWA junction. There should be something done about it. And the government, now they are calling for an autopsy. They should go about doing an autopsy on the body. And
nonsense. And guess what? By the time you say no foul play, the public is no longer interested in what the autopsy result.
No.
Who's going to wait to know what the autopsy was saying? They should have waited. Or they should have told the public, please exercise patience. We have contracted a pathologist to conduct a forensic autopsy in order to determine cause of death.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done. But I let Bob Moses kind of go tell the public, oh, there was no foul play. Based on what? And then when you say there was no foul play, you have to explain to the public what kind of examination led you to that determination that there was no foul play. But he didn't say. What do these people take the public for?
Costa, in 2 days' time, there was another death too in Jalastan. A man, they just went and found his body in his house, blood all on him again. Similar thing in Jalastan. So now they are calling for they're doing an autopsy on the 2 bodies. So, when some of these things happening all over, you think investors will come to Liberia? No, they won't.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It is very possible that some of these people, like in their home, they're not getting murdered by government officials.
No.
People in government. But because the public doesn't trust the government, and of course the public have damn good reasons why they shouldn't trust the government. Some of these things, the people will just think that the people in government killing these people.
Yeah.
Of course. Because, in this day and age, why don't we have a forensic lab at the Liberia National Police?
We don't have. We have a pickup.
Why don't we have trained forensic experts? Why don't we?
Because we just have a pickup that is written on a forensic. That's all we have.
They got one pickup. Forensic. I've seen that pickup before. They will go there with a tarpaulin and they will collect the body and they will carry the body. That's it.
That's all.
That's all. We got millions of dollars that we're putting other things. How would it be for us to take, Ellen, even Ellen didn't do it. I mean, if Ellen didn't do it, why don't we again do it? We've been talking about it for so many years. Why don't we invest the money? We know Princess Cooper will not come back. All the other people who died will not come back. But they deserve justice. We deserve, their families deserve to know how they died. Who really killed them? And this is what you do when you invest the money in setting up a forensic lab with all of the technologies available to do fingerprinting, DNA, this, and all that kind of thing. Oh my God, we don't do these things. Why? Every time somebody dies, when they're talking about the hiring a pathologist, you know what they're talking about? A foreigner. Okay, what kind of country? 5 million people. We have no trained pathologists at home. Every time somebody dies, we got to hire a pathologist in Ghana or someplace else.
Yeah.
What kind of people are we? We can't train our own pathologists. If we took a few Liberian medical students who are interested in studying that field and send them abroad, after 6, 7, 8 years, they would have returned by now and be doing that sort of work.
Sure.
Man, it's sad, Waka. It is extremely sad. Yesterday, Martina Konate went to the family of Princess Cooper, and she called me from there. And I spoke with the uncle, a very well-spoken gentleman. I convey my condolences to them. I extended a hand to support and cooperate with the family to do whatever is necessary. He told me they were having a family meeting, and the family is very unhappy, Wakai.
Very.
As it should be.
Mm-hmm.
They are not happy with the statement from the Liberian National Police. And I told him, I said, I agree with you 100%. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So we will hear from him and the family after they have had a meeting. Now, I want to say this. Today, the Elections Commission will hold a meeting. They will hold a meeting with Mr. Musa Belete and Mr. Daniel Nite, the chairman of the ANC. On the 24th of March, Belete and ANC, Daniel Nite, wrote a complaint to the National Elections Commission. In that complaint, they wanted the NEC to tell them, we talked about it the other day, they wanted the Election Commission to tell them that the ALP and the Unity Party had not left or could not have left the CPP because they did not supposedly satisfy certain guidelines as enshrined in the fraudulent framework document. You remember we discussed it last week, brother?
Yeah, we discussed it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we did.
Based on that letter of complaint filed by Belete and ANC, today, the Elections Commission will have a meeting with Belete and the ANC to discuss their complaint. But I don't understand, why are they not inviting us? I mean, we didn't file a complaint. Belete and Cummings filed with the complaint that we haven't left. And even though we know that we've left, but they're having a meeting with them. I can't wait to hear what the meeting will say. I can't wait to hear what the Elections Commission will say to them in that meeting. But I just want to tell you all the meetings taking place today.
And
on Saturday, former Vice President Joseph Iman Boakai attended a youth program at the headquarters of his party in Monrovia.
Yeah.
And JMB said, in response to this madness spewing out of that crooked mouth of that criminal Musa Belete, that Unity Party will be stopped from fielding a candidate in the upcoming Lofa County Senate race. Joe Bagai said very firmly that he has instructed the leadership, the chairman and the secretary and the secretariat of his party to ensure that UP is represented in that by-election, that a candidate from the party is fielded in that by-election. Now, we wait to see what happens. Bilete is on Facebook. Remember, that boy is brave. He's on Facebook calling Unity Party White Elephant Party. Eh? You know what it means by White Elephant Party, boy guy?
No.
He doesn't understand the phrase a white elephant. He does not. But I think I know why he's, what he's trying to convey. He's trying to say UP may just alley so peak, but they're not really peak. You know what I mean? Like, you know, every freaking opinion poll you do places Joe Biden way up there. Every poll you do places Joe Biden at the very top. You were fortunate, much to the detriment of the Liberty Party, to ascend to the chairmanship of a party founded by a decent man, Charles Walker Bromskin, who must be tossing and turning miserably in his grave that a criminal like you amounted to such a position in his party. And then you dare try to put your mouth on Unity Party and call them White Elephant Party.
Yeah, but now his problem is that when Brennan Samka was in a situation with the government, the party were not coming out to speak out on the issue. But now, since the government have taken this step to have a
that's not exactly true.
That's what he's saying. That's Musa's point.
Oh, but let Musa shut up. That's not exactly true. The issue with Browning was a complicated one. Browning had won on the ticket of the party. The court had ruled that Browning should pay the money. Browning went and started paying the money. Then the Supreme Court went and said that the lower court was wrong to separate the three parties, that all of them should jointly pay the money back.
Yeah.
As they all were jointly found guilty. There was not much the Unity Party could do, Parker. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
What could they do? The matter was in the court. We all were complaining. Weren't we making noise? Didn't we feel and say that we felt Browning was being unfairly treated? We felt that. So there was really nothing Unity Party could do. Really nothing. And Unity Party couldn't say, we dare you to ask Browning to pay the money back. The court had ruled. The sad thing is, Bwaga, even if you don't agree with the decision of the court or you think it's not fair, what choice do you have?
Nothing.
What can you do when the court rules? Let's be honest.
Nothing.
You can't do much. You can't do much. So the Unity Party couldn't really do much. After the court ruled against Browning, they couldn't do much. And that is the situation. Now, somebody says CDC wants to feature a candidate in Lofa. According to what I'm hearing, it is not true. You know, we used to hear that, right? That CDC is thinking about putting up either Thomas Fala, some people in his depth, Pipipa, Buji Clown, Koji.
Yeah. Koji.
According to what I'm hearing, the CDC does not want to put a candidate in Lofa. The CDC knows that they can't win in Lofa. They can't. What I'm hearing instead is that they might find a candidate to support in the hope that when that person wins, then they will join the CDC. But they can't field a candidate in Lofa. That's not what I'm hearing. Wagai, this thing here with this young lady is really hurting people, Wagai.
Yeah, I'm seeing people out on the street now, EW Junction. There's a protest there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's really hurting people.
We will go to John. We are the Lebanese. So we are told that we need our own security. Now, why you told us the actuality we are going to John. Since we get government officials who are not capable to do that.
Yeah, people are out on the street this morning, Costa. At EW Junction, I'm seeing a group of people there, Vision TV carrying it live.
The people are not happy, Bogart.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not happy. They don't trust what the LMP said. I think Moses Carter and his bosses, they made a serious blunder. They should have waited to conclude the autopsy and then come out with a report, and that report should be read by the pathologist, by the experts. You know, sometimes, some things are not really bad, but the way you manage it, the way you manage a crisis. I'm currently doing a course called Crisis Management and Crisis Leadership. It's Criminal Justice 663. And that course is an interesting course. It teaches you how to manage a crisis. And there's something called strategic communication and crisis management. It is very important. It is very important. The last two papers I've written for this in this particular course, one of them has to do with a crisis that erupted, I believe, in 1982. Tylenol, one of the world's most famous painkillers. Tylenol was produced by the pharmaceutical giant Johnson & Johnson. And in 1982, there was a crisis with Tylenol where someone in Chicago had consumed the tablet, the Tylenol, and the person consumed a contaminated Tylenol, and that person got sick and died. When the person died, imagine what a disaster it was. And it was directly traced to the Tylenol that the patient had taken. Now, the company, Johnson & Johnson, had to make a decision. Tylenol was a leading painkiller, still is today. They had to make a decision. You know what they did, Wagai?
No.
To assure the public that they were serious. They pulled 330 million Tylenol tablets from the shelves all over the place in Chicago and beyond. They pulled them from the shelves. Their market value dropped from around 36% down to 0%. Nobody was buying Tylenol. Nobody was touching it. They proceeded to tell the public that, look, we're doing this because we don't want anybody else to die because of this. We're going to investigate it. Sometimes you have to be able to tell people the truth. This, what happened, we're not denying it. Somebody did indeed die from taking the Tylenol, but we will investigate how it happened, what happened. But in the meantime, we will pull all the Tylenol tablets from the shelves. They did that, Wakai. The company said, look, while we didn't have a strategic crisis management plan in place, but what we did have, the core value of the company, putting the customers first before the shareholders' interest. That was the company's, still is the company's overarching value. You value the people first before you value your shareholders or how much money you make. Guess what the company did, Wagai? They investigated and they found out that it was not the Tylenol itself that had killed the person. The way the Tylenol was packaged back then, people would then break it and let it sit, and then it would get infected or contaminated. And then it was that contamination that led to the person dying. Johnson & Johnson went and rebranded, did the packaging in a different way that it was safer. They changed the packaging and they reintroduced Tylenol. And Wakai, in just few months, Tylenol went from 0% market value to 40% market value. You know why? Because Johnson & Johnson was honest with the public. They told the public, yes, this happened. We're going to find out what happened. And then they came back and said, this is how it happened, and the public trusted them. That is what you call strategic communication. Tell people the truth. And what you don't know, don't speak just yet until you have the facts. But you think by telling the public, oh, there was no foul play, the public is going to trust you?
Then later on, you come and say, oh, let's do a autopsy. Why you couldn't wait?
Wait to do the autopsy. Tell the public, please bear with us.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about that young woman's life. You know, the first thing they don't understand, they think when they speak that way, it would mean that they're guilty.
Yeah.
I mean, what's wrong with showing some empathy? One of the things in strategic conflict, crisis management in this course that I'm studying, crisis management / crisis leadership, criminal justice 6633 is that you show empathy for the suffering of the victim or the families of the victims. Empathy is what you show. You come to the public and you speak and you say, fellow Liberians, the country woke up to the news, or the news broke the shocking death of a fine young woman in the prime of her life, 25 years old, an entrepreneur young lady, a caterer. She had just returned from, you show empathy. You express your sympathy and your condolences to the families. And then you know what you do? You dispatch a team, female officers and male officers, senior ones too, to go to the families or to the family and meet with them and sit with them and sympathize with them, and even have the president, if possible, place a phone call to the family and say, my people, Namaya, you're 25-year-old daughter died. I'm sorry, but I promise y'all, we will do our best. When did you ever hear LMP convey condolences to the family, Bogey?
Nope.
Did you ever hear them praise that young woman, how she was a fine young woman? She had skills. She was a caterer. She was making her own money. She was not just some girl passing around. Did you hear them do that?
No, they did not.
What do you think is wrong when you say, my people, you're Namaya? They are fine, daughter, yeah. She was doing good, you're not losing like that. We're sorry, yeah. We are sure, yeah, we'll get to the part. But I need to teach the people. Look, and the course I'm studying, is criminal justice 6633. Is crisis leadership / crisis management. And the particular one I'm talking about here is what they talk about strategic communications in what? Crisis what? Management. And there's something that said the 4 C's. You got to be consistent, you got to be concise, you got to be coherent, and you got to be what's the other one? Consistent, concise, coherent, and the 4th C. What is the 4th C? I will think about it.
Because what's happening now, everybody, our minds are not clear, because since the Liberian National Police came out with this report, what we are saying now, or what Liberians are saying now.
What kind of report? That's the statement they issue.
A statement. They are trying to harass somebody. They are trying to protect somebody, or the doer of this act. They are trying to protect that particular person. That's what people are saying. Because just probably with such a
important.
Yeah.
Peter, for us, I teach in a free lesson. Peter, I can teach you boys a thing or two. I'm studying criminal justice. Criminal justice. I'm telling you. Crisis leadership, strategic communication, and crisis management. I'm talking about strategic communication. You got to show empathy. I'm thinking about the 4th C. I will tell you the 4th C. So the message has to be coherent. It has to be concise. It has to be consistent. And the 4th C is what? Oh, damn it, man. I got to look up my notes. I just wrote a paper on it. I got 97 over 100 on that paper. 3-page paper. You got to show empathy with the people. You got to show that. But you see, brother, there's something called humanity. Somebody loses their child in that way. A young, fine young woman. And what's wrong with the government dispatching a team of people to go and sit down with the family and say, my people, you're sorry? What's wrong with them? And somebody said the 4th C is Costa. No, the 4th C isn't Costa. I will find it just now. I need to find this thing, but I got to show these people what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's very important. Hold on. Yeah, but am I still on the screen? Can you still see me?
Yeah, I'm seeing you.
All right, hold on. My man, this is important. Let's open the phone lines, bro. We want to hear from our people. Aha! Yep. I come in to find this thing here. This paper I wrote. I gotta show you boys something. The four C's. And then, boy, there's something when you are delivering the message in a crisis. There are a number of elements. You gotta identify the situation, what's happening. And then you gotta also find out who you're speaking to.
Yeah.
And then the values and the interests at risk. why you should care. Then the action. What needs to be done? I got the 4 C's. You got to be clear. You got to be concise. You got to be coherent. Not even the 4 5 C's, actually. Clear, concise, coherent, consistent, and credible. That's it. Clear, concise, consistent, coherent, and credible. The 5 C's is strategic crisis management. The people who speak for you, they need to train you boys. And I think I can train them. I'm doing this thing at a fine school at a graduate level. You have to be credible. You have to be concise. You have to be coherent. You have to be clear. You have to have and coherent. Let's take some calls. This is a blunder. We're going to make a lot of noise about it. And then guess what? What happens in the end? They're going to come back to us and say, we did the autopsy. And now they're going to let the autopsy will have to correspond with what they've already said. Well, instead of the autopsy supporting what happened, instead of the autopsy determining what happened, they will make the autopsy results support this stupid, baseless preliminary statement that there was no foul play. They will mango the autopsy result. Because they don't want to contradict themselves. So even if the autopsy finds that the girl was poisoned, they might not say that, okay? Because they've already told the public they get died of natural causes. Natural causes. Okay? But before we do, I want to inform the public that the COP will be publishing its annual financial report for the year 2021. We hired an accountant, a certified licensed accountant, and they did this report for us. It was done very, very well. Aaron Nella, who is our financial secretary, and what's the man's name? Mr. Stephen Johnson, who is the diaspora coordinator of the COP. They both will come on the show sometime this week to present the financial report to the public, and of course, we'll also publish it. We hired an accountant to do it, and so they're going to come up. We have something on Isaac Yenabo. Isaac Yenabo is the ambassador, extraordinary plenipotentiary at the Liberian mission in Belgium. Isaac Yenabo is a son of a swine. He's doing all kinds of things there. He did something to a guy, a family, who used to work at the mission. And I got the story, and I wanted to save it for tomorrow. But I just want to let Isaac Yenabo know that we got something on you that you did very wrong. And we are going to expose it to the public. You have the opportunity to make this right, to correct this. Why are people just so bad when they have power, Wakai? People who work beneath them or within the same institution as they do. Some of them just treat people badly, and it is just so sickening. I was sitting in a church the other day on Saturday at the funeral of our dear brother Julius Forrest Berrien, when somebody sent me these links for the story that some international news organizations had written concerning the government dropping the charges. Yeah, I was like, oh, so we made the international news, okay? And the story, the news, the articles are great. Africa News, Barron's, these are big international publications. One of the stories goes, the Liberian judiciary has dropped all charges against Henry Costa, a prominent government critic, and has invited him to return to his native West African country from the US. The popular online radio host was one of the main instigators of protests in January 2020 against President Weah. In October 2019, the Liberian authorities had closed Roots FM, the radio station of President Weah's detractor, accused of inciting violence and extracting money from Liberians by threatening to verbally attack them on air. That's what the charge the government made against us. The host, Henry Costa, who made a triumphant return to his country at the end of 2019 in the midst of an anti-WEA protest. It's a beautiful article, begin. Great. All right. So we're going to go to the phone lines and take some calls there. You're listening to the Costa Show. This is what we do Monday through Friday. We're demanding that they've already messed this thing up. Say the autopsy is done. And it is determined that young Princess Cooper was poisoned. Do you think these guys will have the courage to publish that result?
The first statement already finished damaging everything, Costa.
Yeah. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done, Bogey. Now they're going to do what it's called damage control. So the findings of the autopsy will have to correspond with a stupid statement out of the LMP. That's what they're gonna have to do now, which is just sad. But let's go to the lines, Baga. Let's take some calls there.
Okay, folks. 0770-102-102-86, 01038355102-102. For those in the diaspora, the WhatsApp number is +231 888 +231 888 That's a WhatsApp number coming up this morning. And
I have an article here, Boakai. So go to the lines. I just thought about it. Written by some paid public relations lobbyist or public relations operative for Alice Cummings. Let me find it and read it here. There's a guy called Michael Robin.
Yeah, I reposted it.
So Michael Robin published this article on the 25th of March. Let me read a few lines of it. On February 13, 2022, President Joe Biden announced a special presidential delegation to attend Liberia's bicentennial commemoration of the arrival of the first free American slaves to Providence Island on the West African coast. They were found the city of Monrovia, named after the then sitting U.S. President James Monroe, which just 25 years later would become the capital of the newly independent country of Liberia. In recent decades, however, Liberia has had a troubled history. In the late 20th century, Liberia suffered 2 civil wars, ending only when President Charles Taylor resigned. Nigerian forces subsequently arrested him on an outstanding special court for Sierra Leone international warrant. An international tribunal subsequently sentenced him to 50 years for crimes ranging from murder to rape to enslavement. Stability returned under President and Nobel laureate Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Now Cummings' buddy now, they got a very well of her. And there was hope that George Weah, a former soccer star, would consolidate and continue the progress. Unfortunately, he has not. Weah backtracked on his pledge and legal obligation to establish a war and economic crimes tribunal. At Liberia's bicentennial, delegation head Dana Banks, to the Biden administration's credit, condemned Liberia's growing corruption. Quote, like many democracies, Liberia still has work to do to seriously address and root out corruption, unquote, she said. Quote, too many of Liberia's leaders have chosen their own personal short-term gain over the long-term benefit of their country, unquote. Like many would-be despots, though Weah appears not to care, rather than hold those guilty of war and economic crimes accountable for their actions, he counts them as among his major supporters. Jefferson Koigi, the mayor of Monrovia, for example, stands credibly accused of civil war crime or Civil War era war crimes. Ooh, good. Ultimately, the Liberian people should have a say, but Weah appears determined to subvert democracy. He has harassed Alexander Cummings. Listen to the part, okay? He has harassed Alexander Cummings, a philanthropist and former Coca-Cola executive, and his chief political opponent. What? He has done what?
Harass.
Cummings is what? The chief political what?
Opponent.
Then what is Joe Bogart?
Joe Bogart, nobody.
Oh, so Joe Bogart is nobody in this thing. Cummings is the chief political opponent to Joe Weah. Let me read further. As Cummings' popularity grows, As Cummings' popularity grows, there is danger that Weah and Koji may grow desperate. And this desperation could lead to violent by violent means to silence Cummings. Oh, so we're not in ATL. We, the Bogart supporter, the Bogart camp, we are not even being contacted. Alex Cummings is a mean opponent to Joe Weah. Yes. According to him, the people will try to stop him because his popularity is what? Bogart? Growing. Bogart. Why does Cummings pay these people all this money to write lies? Things that are not true. Why? Why does he come and does this to himself, Bogart? Why does he pay all this money for these guys to write these things that are not true? You know? What kind of nonsense is that? That Cummings is the chief opponent to Joe Weah. That Joe Weah is so scared of Cummings and a growing popularity that Joe Weah and Koji will stage a violent episode in order to stop Cummings from running. Jesus. So what becomes of us?
You are not speaking. Bwaka is not speaking. Mr. Cummings is the only critic of the government, so that's why the article is saying that he's this.
Oh, my man, leave that to man. We're gonna critic of the government. What is coming is it? The correction of the government, it has to stop. Then let you just shut that way you speak. Be talking like one chick. Who even listens to Cummings? Cummings can have press conference, he speaks to 20 radio stations. After he speaks, do you hear people in the street corner talking about it? Tell the government to Cummings will have one press conference, he will pay 20 radio stations to carry it. After he finished speaking, what do you hear the public saying? Do you hear the public saying anything about it?
No.
But let me tell you something. Do you know how you know you're man? How you know you're strong politically?
When you speak.
When you speak.
Yeah.
What thing happen? It becomes what?
It go like wildfire.
When we speak, what happens?
The country run with it.
Radio stations are talking about it. Social media is talking about it. When Cummings speaks, what thing happen? Nothing. Cummings is a joke. I may pay 10, 15 radio stations to carry one press conference. Who cares? No, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. I agree. Joe Bogart doesn't speak often, and he should be speaking often. I agree. He's a major opposition. He's a real opposition. He's the one with a real force. But when Joe Bogart speaks one time, people run with it. When Cummings speaks, who cares? I got moral part Cummings. I get moral. Everybody know that one. You know I get moral part Cummings. I sit down here, I talk. It all on the radio, like, bro, Costa said it home. Costa said it home. Costa said it home. What kind of moral Cummings got? Who moral? They can go one time market, they can say, why man? That man there? That Cummings man there, so? Like Cummings just said that, man, the whole camp is dead. Okay, the whole Cummings camp is dead. Apart from the few of them in Atlanta, the whole camp is dead. Now they're talking about they will stop UP from putting the candidate in Lofa. Your first game, The way you can win your country, Maryland, you think that how we look in our home country? So you won't stop us from putting Canada in our own country. Because you can win your own country. But my Canada from Lofa, so I'm a home, I'm a country, I'm a political country. Oh, but yeah, but that our country. So we even need to work in that place that said we'll win. Then you want to talk about, you want to stop us from winning in our own country. Eh? Because you can win in your own. Mama, let me tell you something, brother. Seriously speaking, when I talk, it made news. But all of y'all know, man, I'm not making beam up. Anytime we talk, the radio station can carry it. Oh, Petro said they want it on the news. When Cummings talk, who can listen? Who listens to Ellis Cummings? The men I get morale. The men I get morale. Joe Burger, you know what Joe Burger? Even though Joe Burger does not talk a lot and he should be speaking, but Joe Burger got powerful authority. People respect him. You understand? He ain't got to talk every day. I think you're running. I'm a little bit. But what are you asking for? What I'm a loafer. I'm an honorary citizen loafer kind of to put honor me to get me guy all my name low bad. Then you say what? Low bad. You know what low bad means? Defender. The man who defends people. Joe Burger does not speak every day. But when he talks, people listen because his voice is powerful. He ain't got to yell. But you know, some of us we got powerful voice in terms of the pitch, the verbosity, the vibrancy. Joe Burger does not have that kind of voice. But because he commands so much respect, even when he talks in the calm way that he speaks, the soft-spoken way, his voice is still powerful. It still reverberates. But when Cummings speaks, he already can sound like, the corruption needs to stop. We need to form a better Liberia. Nobody listens. Nobody pays attention to him. Let me tell you something about it. Let me tell you something about the Cummings guy. You want to run for president. You who running, you are not supposed to be your biggest campaigner. Your biggest campaigner is supposed to be other people. That's the way it works. Yeah. You can be running for president and you will be talking for yourself. Who is the biggest campaigner for Cummings? Cummings does not have powerful voices around him speaking for him. Joe Burger is fortunate and is blessed. He has powerful voices speaking for him. People who want to speak, people listen. He has many of them. Well-known people who's on it. Cummings got to be talking for himself. Every time he's talking. People say Cummings Moore dropped so bad until he got to post his 93-year-old man picture on Facebook for sympathy. Hey. You ever knew Cummings 93-year-old man were around? And the old man looks great. I'm happy for him. Your mother is around. You know? I saw the picture. I didn't know Cummings, his mom was still alive. It's a blessing. Yeah. And we wish her well on her sick day. Wish the old man well. She should go all the way. It's a blessing. When I saw his mom, you know, I just felt, it made me feel some kind of way. I almost wanted to comment. The reason the man posted those pictures, he wanted to make us feel that kind of way, you know, to feel that little softness. Because when I saw his mom, I said, hey, I wish my mom were here too. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I felt that way, right? They're blessed. I saw he and his siblings with a 93-year-old mom. It is a blessing. It is a blessing. And we wish the old man will live long to see your son return to Atlanta to continue his. Well, let's go to the lines and take some calls.
No, they met back to the country already. Mr. Cummings got back on Friday, on Saturday. Oh, okay. Yeah, he got back Saturday.
Yeah, but I'm happy for him. In fact, I envy him in a positive way. I wish my mother was still alive. It's a beautiful thing. Let's take some calls there, boy.
Folks, the phone lines are open now. The WhatsApp number +231 888 624 171.
Look at the other person say, I'm cussing the man. Are you kidding? I'm stupid to cuss somebody, man. I say, I saw the man, 93 years old. It was beautiful when I saw that. It just warmed my heart. It touched me, you know? Because coming not small boy, coming 66 or 67. But To be to the 7, you still got your mind around. It's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. They got somebody crossing them, man. You crazy, huh? I let somebody cross somebody, man. Huh? I envy the man. I wish my mom were alive and to be that old. It's a blessing. Let's take some calls there, boy. Want to hear what the people gotta say about this? Somebody says start acting like you let it, man. But I tell you, like, but when I somebody says start acting like, but I let her pretending. I let it, man.
That brain people just follow out about it because
Have I ever pretended to let it, man? I happen to see the man, but I ain't let it, man. The man too desperate. Let's take some calls there, boy.
All right, let's take Charles Robert on
I
this
think you
line.
know.
Charlie,
You know what you did to this lady? Let me call the woman name so he can know and maybe he can reach out to her and start trying to fix it.
Good morning, boy guy, and good morning, Henry.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Charles Roberts, and I'm in Monrovia. Look, boy guy, let me give you some information. I don't know what correction or like information you are giving you. Henry is a better man, and now I'm not about him. By the time you enter local, the first group of people you meet are Henry brothers and sisters, father and uncle. So, Henry, the entry of local, the people who welcome you in the local are the better. So, the man come from local. Besides, the political side, he support our strong boys, local country. So, if you are a group man and you support Baka agenda, you are a Lothian by that political alignment.
Now, political home country.
Yeah, Charles, I have few questions for you. I don't know if you're ready to answer.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, the issue about this Lofa County and UP. Most of they say, oh, you know, the party came pull up a Kennedy there. You always on ground in Lofa County. How's the momentum like? And the issue about the party fee or Kennedy there? How is it like?
Boy, guy, I'm staying in Monrovia in the next 1 week or 8 days. I will be in the local and will be there until the election. But as I speak to you, we are processing our candidate, registration, and which will be concluded today or tomorrow, and be taking him to the county. All the pools in the county place our candidate Galaba countrymen way far ahead of Joseph Gerard, who has been supported by the CDC, even though the CDC is afraid to come with their own face, so they go beyond Joseph Gerard. All the pools in the county, and don't worry about any other name. There are only 2 leading candidates in the county. So you have an opinion pool that have 8% voted in the opinion pool. Galaba gets 58. Then the second of Galaba is Joseph Gerard. He got 26. That's how the pooling look in the county. But look, as I speak to you, we don't worry. I don't want to speak to Benedict. Benedict don't know what he's talking. There can be no way we will be denied. There will be no election in Loba. Some of us will be buried right there by the time we are denied. We don't want to jail.
It's risky.
Shoot us dead.
Okay. All right, Charlie.
The task goes, I want to say something.
Yeah, Charlie, wrap up now quickly.
Any attempt to stop?
No, I think what I'm trying to inform you about, the boys came from somewhere in Kolahu, and the boys are connected to the URA. I want you to also follow that. So there is no way you can deny. I just want to tell you how Henry is a Lothian.
All right, thank you so much, Charlie, for being honesty.
I will tell you this. When the Brownie Samoga thing took place, you saw how the Lofa people were very unhappy. But Lofa people ain't let trouble. You understand? Lofa people ain't let trouble. They let that one go. But listen, if you try to stop UP from putting up a candidate in Lofa, I can assure you there will be trouble. The people will not accept it. That's what I wanted to say. They will not accept it. Let's take some more calls there. They will not accept it.
All right. Let's take Pangomo Kamara on this line. Good morning, Pangomo.
Hello. Yeah, Market Kamara, how are you?
I'm okay.
Good morning, Costa. Good morning, Labrador people.
Good morning, Pangomo.
Yeah, Costa, thank you. I told you before. I said that Allah got you. That Allah be with you.
Amen.
And I made them that Allah made them fall.
Amen.
Falling and falling. And thank you, thank you to restore our sanity to us, to restore our property to us. Tulu can't have. Tulu will never have. So, and second to that, Liberty Party came and said, we're not going to see Kennedy in Lofa County. And then he had the Supreme Court gamble in his hand, and the election commission they are in for. Kennedy in Lofa County, and will flood Georgia and his criminal grounds. We will beat them mercifully and whatever going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pangomo. We have to make way for others. Thank you so much for calling. The phone lines are open 0772 886 010383. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171.
Where are you people coming from?
Morning.
Where are you people coming from for somebody insulting Mr. Cummings' mother here? Are you crazy? Who's gonna do that? What's wrong with you? We're talking about how the man is blessed to have his 93-year-old mother still alive. You're talking about somebody, nobody would dare insult anybody's mother yet. Are you crazy? Who would do that? I envy the man to have his mother alive at 93. Jeez, it's a gift, it's a blessing. And you come here talking about somebody insulting the man's mother? Are you crazy? Who's going to do that yet? Hey, why you can just say nonsense? God. I'm sorry, I just lost Bwaga. I'm trying to reconnect with him. Yeah, man, we're talking something here. You can't talk about insulting somebody. Why are you talking that kind of nonsense? I saw that picture of the man and his mother. I just made me just, oh man, it pulled at my heartstring, you know? It just pulled at my heartstring. Made me think about my own mother who died very, very young. My mother died so young, and I miss her so dear. My mom died a long time. May 2007. She was very young. My mother was in her early 50s when she passed away. Yeah, well, I miss my mom, man. I miss her so much. But let's take some more calls there, boy.
Yeah, let's take somebody from this WhatsApp number. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name are you calling us from?
Boga, this is Lasana Douglas calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Good morning, our leader, Heron Pedro Costa.
Good morning, my brother.
Boga, I've been listening to you. You know, I'm from Lofa and not just from Liberia, just 1 week ago. I don't want for you guys to talk about Musa Bilete. Mr. Bilete is a joker. He just like for people to call his name every day and night. So you just leave me alone. The best thing I will tell you, if CDC is afraid to put out Kennedy in Lofa, that is a clear manifestation that Unity Party has already won Lofa. Why have Lofian denying our senator anywhere, any part of Lofa? If anybody put Kennedy out without Unity Party, they know that they will be flogged massively. So that should not be any fear tactic. We know that Unity Party will put out Kennedy and will come away or have it victory.
Okay.
Come 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, my friend. Let's take some more calls there.
Yeah, the phone lines are open. Keep your calls coming in. We'll take them. And Potitude, we're still talking about the Princess Cooper issue. Also, you can make your point on it. You just don't have to settle down for politics. We have to throw a light on that. Let's take this person.
We have to make a lot of noise about this girl, the way she died. Yeah, it's just sad.
Yes, good afternoon from my end, Boaka from the Turkish Republic, and good morning to you in Liberia and Costa.
Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
This is Moses Dennis. You know, this thing is very serious, and sometimes, unfortunately, when you people are talking these things, a lot of people, especially the government, does not pay attention to it. The issue of security is very key in the country. On a daily basis, people are losing their lives. The lives of people are being threatened, yet nothing absolutely is done. Imagine, I don't know whether you follow Reverend Wellington Morgan of the Presbyterian Church.
Yes, we will talk about that too.
He nearly lost his life.
Yeah, true.
You see? So, I mean, we just hope that, I mean, you people will continue to highlight these things. But I mean,
call him, man.
But at least, thank you people, at least for always coming out on the show.
Thank you.
Bye. Let's try to call Reverend Morgan. I know the gentleman is a decent man. See, Wellington Morgan, he is the head pastor of the First Presbyterian Church there on Broad and Johnson Streets. He was attacked, viciously attacked, broad daylight. I'm telling you, by Zogos. I'm telling you, it's fair. This thing is getting so serious, Bagay. These boys are getting so brazen, they would attack you in broad daylight. But let's take more calls there. We're trying to see whether we can get Reverend Morgan to speak to us about his ordeal. We thank God he survived. It could have been worse. Let's take some calls there, Bagay.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Brother.
Welcome.
Brother?
Good morning. Your name, where you calling from?
Okay, this is Costa speaking. Good morning, Petro.
Morning.
To the issues. Yeah, to the issues. Musa Bidede that just showing who is Musa Bidede for stopping somebody for providing the Kennedy in Lopa County, Unity Party. Musa Bidede that just showing Musa Bidede as Kimo. Completely showing. And so you play a leader. Leader, I'm saying this with a clear heart, with a clear mandate to you. I don't want you to get anything to do with Poker Rawa again anymore.
You forgot about it. I want to comment there. I get
what you mention on man for what?
Man. I want to
comment
comment there.
You want to about mosquito? Take another call, yeah.
Take this person on the phone line. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Buakai. This is Jim Rato. I'm calling from Atlantic City. Am I on the Costa Show, sir?
Yes, sir. Welcome. You are live.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I want to allude to the Ellis Cummings thing. Look, don't let anybody distract you. Cummings can pay whatever money he gets to go on newspaper headline and radio station. Joe Buakai is the man that we want, and all Liberians already made up their mind. These are all politics. And Costa, I want to advise you that every day when you're on your show, security in Liberia is paramount. I wanted to do my Impact Guy this morning special on security because other people that are in high offices, they got the resources to get security, to guard them, fence over and around their houses. But the typical Liberian, look at the revenue that got attacked just for cell phone. What about those that are happening that we don't know about? Security is very paramount. What kind of thing happening? Investor will not go in that country. Other Liberians don't want to go in that country. So every day when you go on your show, Henry, please let security be highlighted on your show so it can send a message to everybody else that want to go in that country and the government.
Okay, Mr. Rato, thank you. But hold on there. Let me read this thing. So Dr. Cassell, has been transferred or extradited, you could use that word, from Georgia to New Jersey, where he is currently being held in detention at the Essex County prison facility in New Jersey. That's where Dr. Cassell is right now. I got a mock shot here. The way he's looking in the place, why man get great whistle? Yeah. So Cassell is still in jail. The other day we said we received information that he had been released on bail. But no, it is not true. Cassell is still in jail. He is still in jail. The reason Cassell has not been granted bail is because Cassell is believed to be flight risk. I got a mock shot. You know what a mock shot is when you wear the orange or the whatever thing and they take a picture before they lock you up? Yeah. Cassell is considered flight risk. Therefore, they will not release him. Because one of the things I'm pretty sure that makes it difficult for Cassell is that he's running for president in Liberia. And so the people think that if that guy, you know, is in the politics there, he might use it to try to protect himself and stuff like that. So Cassell is still in jail and he's not going to come out of jail. Yeah, they're not going to grant him bail. I don't think so. Because he is considered flight risk. He might run away.
I don't know who's using his page, person posted or hire the movie at the end of the movie, this blah blah blah, all sort of things, you know.
Oh, the thing is that
check his page. You'll see what I'm talking about. The person posted.
The thing is that Liberia where you can where you can go and do something bad, then you go say, oh, we'll win. Let's take some more calls then. So that's the case, yeah. We did not have all the facts. When we told you Cassell was out on bail, it is not true. Cassell had just been transferred from Georgia, where he was arrested, to New Jersey, where his company Queen's Healthcare Services had their operations, and many of the crimes were committed, or most of them, if not all of them. Yeah, so that is what happened.
All right, let's take somebody.
Because I leave the man, we will need a man. You think that how I can do my own politics? The man do buy yet. Then you say you want to use the man to count to win. Ooh. You think we're stupid to even be associated with that man right now? What kind of nonsense that's all?
Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Baka, and good morning to our listening audience. My name is Mami Escona, and I call from. Thank you for the show this morning, leader. When it comes to Musa Berete, for me, I fear Musa Berete. Musa Berete is a recidivism, a vicious criminal. Here much Musa is in there with this regime, do not take Musa for granted. Those of us that are always in the habit of challenging or making statements, and we cannot move actions. We sat in a time we said we challenge the government to revoke the position won by Granny Samuka, who will march into history. Government did it, nobody shake. Nobody shake the time. They didn't put the devil outside. We were told that the devil going to come outside, up to now, the devil didn't come outside. If there's any legal remedy to fight that thing with Musa Berete last Friday, we are going to do everything to intimidate, to destroy our base in Lofa. Musa is not dependent on an individual strength. Musa is dependent on the judiciary and President William power. We saw that with Liberty Party. When Bilo and Normally incorporated Musa Berete in the Liberty Party, people created Bilo in defense, and we saw what we said, Musa Berete survived through it because Musa Berete came to the problem that yes, indeed, he's a legitimate leader of Liberty Party, and he went to court, the court ruled in favor of him. Here, once we left, we saw that president said by NEC. There's a high possibility that we should look at it clearly. There's a high possibility similar to my occur. So, like United Party post and those of us supporting to look at cleanly and look at meticulously. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed, for calling in and making your contribution. We're still taking some calls. Keep your calls coming in. 0770-102-102-86, 010383. 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624-171. Those in the diaspora can come and be live on the show this morning. Yep. So we still get a few more minutes here. Yeah. Get some time.
Yeah, we still got about let's keep taking calls. Yo, Cassell Mocksack. I don't know whether people can see it. But I look,
Yeah,
look at the camera. Can you see the man?
I seen it.
You see the man in your orange jumpsuit?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the man. My boy, y'all can see that Gasel?
We see
The
the
next
man.
president on that brother.
The next president of the republic. When it starts saying the green bosses, it should let me know. So I can contact my people from Lagina.
From Amazon?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The party here,
from
But Baga, what the president video in a boy here?
No, but Costa, let me tell you, let's just share this phone. The Water Party men used to be to Kelly Junction. When the Water Party, when CDC used to ready for the Water Party men, and small flog is a flog. Then that cassette go and put a party here called the rest of CDC.
What the way party
rest of CDC. La jelly, the LRA building, Joa Water building, and that building that rest of CDC. La jelly 3 buildings are between them. That's it. Red in front of women.
I see the party here empty now.
You get people going there, no free food again. No.
They sending delegation to America. The party.
Yeah.
Also joke. Delegation to where? They sending delegation. But you know what happened, boy? This is what happened. Cassell was not arrested unknown to himself. No. Cassell was told, Cassell knew that there was a warrant out for his arrest, but he left the country before the warrant was even issued. So that's why you see when you look at the thing, when they booked him, when they arrested him, the booking, the information online, they say what? Fugitive of what? Justice.
Mm-hmm.
A fugitive of justice is somebody who is wanted.
Yeah.
But flees from justice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that person is a fugitive. So when they called Cassell knew that they wanted him. The U.S. Marshals, they are the ones who, go after people who are supposed to go to court and all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indicted people who are supposed to be prosecuted. So they contacted Cassell to inform him that they wanted him to turn himself in, or else they were going to try to go for him. And Cassell decided to come to the States to turn himself in. The people in your party, I spoke to some of them, they're very unhappy with him. They're unhappy because they expected that Cassell would have told them, at least, Cassell would have told them, Ernest Bryan, you are right. A fugitive cannot be granted bail. Once they chase you down and grab you, they can't. No. Cassell did not tell the people in your party, boy. Cassell got on the plane and came to America. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He got on the plane and came to America, and that's how they caught him. So his party people are saying, at least you were supposed to tell us that you were a wanted man, so that we can prepare. But you can't be this selfish. You didn't even give us heads up to say, oh, my people, I'm going to the States, so I'm going to turn myself in. There's a problem with my company. Cassell did not tell anybody. Cassell got on the plane, he came to America, and they grabbed him. Cassell is not coming back to Liberia anytime soon. He is 60 years old now, boy. Cassell. When Cassell returns to Liberia, you'll probably be maybe 75 or 80. Let's take some more calls. Yeah. Some other green buses, maybe they will soon put it up for sale.
Yeah, I'll contact my man in Blagina.
Blagina. That the minute little kind of bus.
Yeah.
The minute the Banabes also, also. Nous soyez. Money woman speaking English.
Yes, Jogota.
Yeah.
I go to Jogota.
Yeah, Jogota.
So let's take somebody on this line here.
Yeah, let's take some calls.
Good morning.
Where's that money? So you get all the money. So you see the money, you go waste it.
The Costa Show. Your name, where you calling us from?
Look, my name is Alexander Colley. I'm calling from Germany.
Welcome.
Concerning the case of this young lady, I want to ask about is don't we have in Liberia homicide section in the security?
We have a homicide department at the LMP, but
public relation. Do you know that?
They do.
We do.
Yeah, but every time I see under Moses Carter, is he the speaker for joint security or what?
Well, he's the police spokesman, but I agree with you. When it comes to those things, the people from homicide should be the ones speaking.
They should have left the body there, and then the homicide section take over and see what they can just remove the body. Anyway, only what I wanted to know.
All right, thank you so much for calling.
Vasaya Donzo, you see, I'm making fun of my dinner people.
No, man.
But you're making jogo, and you can say Pelopos stupid. You gotta take skin for jokes, man. Let's take some calls there. Barnabas Onson.
Luele.
In the studio speaking. The man Musa was very. You hear the man speaking. The man almost pulling my ningo. Small more. He was challenging Whitney. I mean Muda. Musa was there. Let's take some calls then. We just make it fun.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother. Oh, brother, some of the green bots are already been packing to check out already for moving and liberation speaker from only. I see at the 30 now, four bots packing there to that garage. They made a moving the speaker from only already. I'm at the put finish that in already, my brother.
But listen, what I got was depending on. Did he think he would come to America with the people money that he stole and go run for president and they will not bother him?
No, Costa, what he said was that, we want to make the Liberian people know that we are clean, our political leader is clean, and he can't run away from justice. So that's why he went back to facing justice and then come.
But when he come here, before Kasa come back, someone will be president already. before you come. Oh, sorry God. Some people brave. Some people brave.
If he was in Liberia, don't you think they could send people to come and arrest him?
No, they threaten him. I'm told the U.S. Marshals, they threaten him. They say, look, they said, if you don't come, we will go for you. Yeah. They said they threaten him. A lot of the thing that made the people vex, the fact that the man now steal the people money, then he goes to Liberia, he making big more that he want to change the government corrupt, the government did. Man, can you imagine America saying we're preaching against corruption?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Liberian politician.
You see the American people money, then you go preach against corruption in Liberia. I'm sure the one made it perfect. There's some much one here. He steal all our money. Then you go Liberia, pass it around. Then another thing about the thing is, we see every day the men dress, my man. The men look, they're going to the Oscars or to the Grammys. The men wearing Gucci, Givenchy, Salvatore Ferragamo. The men were the best dressed guy. Kasa was the best dressed political leader.
Costa, listen, somebody said the men were the political hush puppy.
Yeah, political hush puppy that the man right there. My man, you see Kasa. Liberia had leather. Every day that boy wear kosu.
Will go all over fingers.
Yeah. Then he let her hack them, my man. See the ball. See the ball shoes, my man. The boy wear no kind of shoe, my man. What?
Yeah,
expensive
on
shoes,
the
my man.
Facebook page, after the former president Charles Gangetero, I shall be back. The message, these two shall pass.
Yeah, I saw the first post on the man page. This too shall pass. Yeah.
I beg you.
Do not steal from Uncle Sam.
Now
you're stealing, you can steal in Liberia. If you can't, you see Ellen Cochran, she stealing in Liberia, she run away here. But she go make mistake, she go steal here. Don't steal from Uncle Sam. You will not go free, oh. You will not go, you know how when I saw one post from a friend of mine, I will not call his name, but I am ashamed for him. He's a good friend of mine. He's a business guy. He lives in Liberia. He went and wrote a post and said, oh, you know, I see people talking about Cassell and people happy about the bad news about Cassell. And, you know, Cassell is a good man. He helped so many people in the country and blah, blah, blah. People should not be happy, but we should pray for Cassell. Wait, brother, listen. Brother, so you pray for Ro when Ro Steve and somebody, you should pray for Ro?
For what?
Oh, why am I pray for Ro for?
No, but Costa, they're not common criminal now. When they want they zogo them when they steal, we can beat them, we kill them.
You see, you see, that's the attitude. We beat the poor zogos then, right?
Yeah.
But you see, men like Casa now because you can wear Gucci and Ferragamo shoe and things, we must pray for him. That the other row we must pray for. You know, I mean, I saw that post. I said, damn. I mean, why would you write that post? I didn't make any comment, but I was just so disgusted. But what made me even more disgusted, black guy, and when I read the comment section, and a lot of people were agreeing with him. Yeah, man, the men were helping people here. I said, talking like Brembo. We got far way to go, black guy.
Very far.
We got far way to go. They men stole millions of dollars from America. You bring it to Liberia. You're acting like a rich man. Then you dare sit down on Facebook. You saying, oh, Liberia, let us celebrate bad news. Now we don't want to go steal. Huh? Then you sit down and you write on Facebook. And you saying to people, the men were helping people. It's wrong. That is not how you get money. That's not how you get money. You shouldn't steal. Nobody should steal. Remember, boy, I want also somebody $100. Man, my hack can sit down until I pay that money back. When I look at me like Musa Bele, I look at me like Musa Bele. I said, what in the man? Well, boy, I thought I said my dingo people scared of trouble. My dingo man I like cohorts. How many my dingo people you see going to court? No. When you do run to my dingo man can say, well, I live with Allah.
Yeah.
I will deal with you. But Musa Bele, that boy there, that boy that bad boy. My man, that boy not scared. You understand? So when I see people, let me like Cassell, you do that to America, and you go sit down like, bro, you say you're running for president. I said, Jesus, they boy brave. They boy brave. And the boy stole from Braga. The state government is stole from. Cassell stole from the federal government. You hear me?
Yeah.
He stole from the federal government. He stole from Uncle Sam. My man, Uncle Sam. Yeah. You see, if I was still having a PRO consultancy for Cassell,
hey,
wallahi,
you finish.
Some of my men were going to say, Costa and Cassell eat all the money.
They put saying they were arrested too because you are so.
The ANC people say, oh, yo, I saw somebody in and they put in hate Costa. Then they can say I hate them. They say they might arrest Costa too. Costa and Cassell. I said, what do you? So they $40,000 consultancy, the man signed with me. So they were arrested. So all the employees, they were all working for him. Who didn't know by stealing minutes they were arrested. But what about the point like, bro, who were riding the buses? They were arrested.
I can see the buses on the road this time. I don't know why people. The buses used to run from ERW Junction to Buchanan, Central Town, all over. But this time you can see the buses. I don't know why people. Everybody not chilling with one by one.
What about the people in the free food? They were arrested too?
But Costa, the people now they are frustrated. They are frustrated because number one, when the men go, the men don't left the full money behind. That's the first thing for them to be eating up, but they can come back. So there's no full money now, and there's no chilling at the party HQ. No more.
Headquarters is a ball.
CDC party headquarters is a boy. Got the map. What? Every day they put cookie. People eating. I said,
why the helicopter air? Why didn't let the men bring the helicopter to the country?
11 Ivory Coast. We still talking about bringing it to Liberia.
The helicopter link coming on there, they carry the men to jail. Okay. Cassell. Yeah. Amen. But Boga, you know, sometimes I sit and think about people who commit crime, especially in a country like America, right? Where there's no culture of impunity. You will not go free. I said that thing, I say, but why would these people do these things and think that they can get away with it, Boga? You know? And you know, when you're doing the Medicaid fraud and all those kind of things, the PPE loan thing, they will get the money. Boga. You see Ellen Cochran? She applied under 2 different names. She asked for over 7 million, they gave her 6.7 million. You know what she thought? She was gonna go free. Ellen Cochran got $6.4 million. Okay, look at that kind of money. Man, some people are not scared. They were scared. They were scared. They were scared of trouble. The only trouble I'm scared that to fight for my rights or something like that, but to save money business, to go commit crime. Jesus, we're not inside that one. I'm telling you, I don't know how to do that one. Man, some people are brave, guy. You steal millions of dollars. You keep stealing. You think you will go free. Then you go to Liberia, you say you won't be president. Talking. Guy, let's see whether we can take 1 or 2 more calls and close up.
All right. 0770-102-102. They not start posting a man picture on Facebook in orange.
Orange jumpsuit.
Yeah,
they're supposed to ask Gucci to make a man jumpsuit, man, boy. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the man, they disrespect the man. That man can wear ordinary clothes. That man can only wear designer clothes. They're supposed to contact Gucci or Prada or Givenchy so they can make the man wear Gucci jumpsuit. Let's say some call. Baga like a loafer brother with a member loafer.
Yeah, no, I know, I really understand, but we have to investigate that thing properly.
What part of loafer the man from again? What part of loafer the man from?
No, I really know the part of loafer from, but if we have to investigate it in here, Google. A lot of lie on my brother. Seriously, a lot of lie. Say lie on my brother one way or the other.
Now, because of them, loafer to the lie.
Yeah, they feel like they lie on. Let's take this person on the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Siliki Kumala. I'm calling from Syracuse, New York.
Welcome,
I
Siliki.
need to contribute to the show. Thank you. I need to contribute to the show this morning. And I want to talk about Dr. Cassell and Mr. Fility. Dr. Cassell, for him, I want to say that this should be a lesson for the Liberians. In Liberia, they feel that everybody in America is okay. Once they leave from here, they go back there and they want to be president. They think, say, everybody can just go there and be president. Liberia people should take this as a lesson. Don't see somebody because the person rich, the person is clean person. Do not see somebody because the person, work with big company in America and feel that the person is a clean person. You never know that person is clean until you get him into the society in Liberia before you get to know if that person is clean or not. On the issue of Mr. Blake, the other day when Mr. Blake was on the show with United Party chairman, something he said that was, very, very interesting to me. The brother said to the United Party chairman, say, hey, you don't know how to lie. He said, you don't know how to lie. You're getting yourself in trouble there. You don't know how to lie. When you say that to the people that you don't know how to lie, what does that intake? You are saying that you know how to lie. Exactly what you are trying to say. Brother, I'm speaking here. I'm from Lofa. I live in America, but I'm from Lofa. I know the people in Lofa. I know what they want. So please, United Party is the only party in Lofa that we will carry. From 1985, since Edward Kennedy formed that party, United Party has been Lofa Party. Just the same way we talk about Liberty Party is a Bassa Party. United Party has been the party of Lofa. 1985, when Edward Kennedy went there, they took the car. Because of the love of Edward Kennedy. So that party, no party going to beat that party in Lofa. I can assure you of that.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take somebody from this angle here. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Broadcast. My name is Frank Gibson. I call from Paris.
Frank Gibson, welcome. That take 1 minute.
Thank you very much for accepting my call. Good morning, Henry Petro Costa.
Frank Gibson, morning.
Thank you. The other time I was calling to tell you to accept your equipment from George Weah. And I want to also thank George Weah for realizing that it is now 2022 and we have to move on. So I want to take the time to follow Henry Pedro Costa to unblock Frank Gibson because Frank Gibson cannot comment on the Costa Show. Broadcast cannot accept Frank Gibson call on the WhatsApp show. So I want to take that time and appeal to Henry Costa and the Root FM family to unblock Frank Gibson for us to have a good coordination and share ideas on the Costa Show.
Frank Gibson.
All right, Frank Gibson, I hear you. I will unblock you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Frank Gibson. Thank you for calling.
And Broadcast, please, you have to unblock me on the WhatsApp because I cannot call the WhatsApp.
Broadcast, please unblock Frank Gibson on the WhatsApp.
Please take the number. I don't know how, because the WhatsApp, the Costa can come on the WhatsApp too much. So I don't know his number now. So
my number ends in 560156.
Please take a photo of him because the numbers I have in the phone are too many. So to go through it now, just hold on. They're taking your number.
Yeah, stay on it a little bit.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I will try to unblock you on WhatsApp. I did. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
I'm looking on Facebook so I can unblock him there as well.
Good morning.
Yeah, where you calling from?
This is Yusuf A.M. Salif. I'm calling from somewhere around Cyprus.
Welcome, Yusuf.
And good morning, leader Henry Pedro Costa.
Good morning, Yusuf. Good to hear from you.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been following the show. Leaders spoke about the issues about people stealing money from our country. The tendency when people steal money, everybody want to protect their own criminals. I think that bro got to get away with that issue now. When the men are ruled for the fact that the men stole from the American government, that the men go and face the penalty. Once again, I'm Yusuf. Thank you, leader.
Thank you. And of course, I want for us to really take one day to look at, our sisters in Dubai and other countries are really suffering. A lot of some of them being, hit me up in my inbox about the life they are living there. It's not in a good condition. Yeah, they will be fooled by people here back home. That if you go to Dubai, you go to the United Arab Emirates, other places, you will live a better life. But once they go there, their passport becomes seized by the people that will carry them there. And then it start to enslave them. Yeah. So a lot of them have reached out to me. They want us to flag this issue. So government can look.
What they want us to do now? To tell their friend not to go there too?
Create an awareness that people should stop,
going there, right?
Yeah.
So they go there as what? Domestic workers? They work in people's homes and stuff like that, and they abuse them?
Costa, the thing is that when a person come to you and say, "Oh, I have a job for you in Dubai," they themselves will not ask which one of the job they're talking about.
Because they are poor and desperate, so they just want to go.
So Costa, what they do is that the person that carrying you will pay your plane ticket, will do everything for you. So now when they carry you to Dubai, as soon as you learn to the airport, they seize your passport, then you have no right again. You have absolutely, they have total control over it. Now you become a sex slave in a particular country, and to get the amount that they spend on you to go to Dubai, it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing, Costa. So, it's really it's difficult for them there in our country.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We can only raise awareness for the others. Don't go to Dubai. Not only Dubai, there's a lot of other countries where they treat them very badly, Bogai.
Mm-hmm.
There was a situation one time many years ago with some Liberian young women in Lebanon, Bogai. They were being treated very badly.
Yeah.
And many of them, they wanted to come home and the people were abusing them. And a lot of them go, Bogai, they take them as domestic workers.
Mm-hmm.
Live in people's homes and they treat them very badly, very, very badly. Some of them are even sexually abused. All we can do, we can't help bring them back, but we can at least, now, Baga, these ones you spoke to, are they the victims themselves that you spoke, that you communicated with?
So I spoke to two persons. One is a victim, and then the other, she's just trying to raise awareness that ladies should stop being carried away with their photos in Dubai and other things, people making it appear that life in Dubai is all grocery. No.
And then they leave and go there expecting it to be that way, then it turns out to not be that way.
Yeah.
That's very sad. So we will talk about it. Just raise the awareness so that they don't get food and go to Dubai and get abused. Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you so much. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time. Of course, the show time has changed. We'll be back here at tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Liberian time, which will be 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much. God bless you all and have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
All right.